Well, we've been hip deep in playoff basketball all week for our high school teams. It's time for our college programs across the river to get on the action. The MSUM women competing in the opening round of the NSIC Championship Tournament, and they get to start the tourney at home. The Dragons hosting Concordia St. Paul. The Dragons facing an 18-point deficit at halftime of this opening round contest, but start to battle back in the third quarter. They're down by 10 now, but Mariah McKeever works over the screen and lets the jumper fly. That Concordia lead is cut down to single digits. The Dragons keep that going into their next possession. The offensive rebound sent right back where it came from by Taryn Johnson. MSUM giving themselves a fighting chance here, now only down by 6. But those Golden Bears, they just keep scoring. They have a double-digit lead again here in the fourth quarter. The Dragons get back at chipping away at it. Peyton Boom drives to the basket before kicking it out to Natalie Jens in the corner. She hits the three-point shot to make this a 12-point game in the final minutes. But the Golden Bears won't be denied. Reagan Alexander finds an opening through the post, takes this one all the way in. That's going to seal the deal. Concordia St. Paul advances to the quarterfinals with a 62-50 win. MSUM finishes the year at 14-13 overall. The Single-A girls hockey tournament for Minnesota is underway in the Twin Cities. The defending state champion Warroad Warriors in action against Albert Lee. The champs get the scoring started less than a minute in. A perfect setup across the crease to Riley Bartz. She fires it in to put Warroad on the board. Her day is just getting started too. The Warriors back on the attack with the 2-on-1. Bartz buries her second goal in 2 minutes to double that Warrior lead. Another Warroad skater deciding to get in on the scoring party now. The steal deep in the enemy zone, fed over to Madeline Skogman, who fires it into the back of the net. The Warriors with a 3-0 lead, not even 10 minutes into this quarterfinal game. But they aren't done yet. We're still in the first period here. Bartz takes matters into her own hands, taking this one all the way in, dangles it past the netminder. She was North Dakota's leading scorer last year. Now she has a hat trick in the Minnesota State Tournament, a big moment for the former Spruan. Warroad dominates the opening round here, advancing to the semifinals with a 15-1 win. That's a double-digit victory in the state championship tournament. The first, second, and third seeds all advancing today in the Single-A bracket. Warroad with their 15-1 win. Orono with a 6-0 shutout, and Proctor Hermantown with their thriller over Mankato East. Our final quarterfinal game came down to the wire, just ended right as I was coming out here. South St. Paul with a 1-0 win late in double overtime over the Fergus Falls Otters. The tournament picks back up on Friday. Our AA teams are actually in action tomorrow night at the XL Energy Center. The Moorhead Spuds, of course, in action against Gentry.
We could have had an all-local semifinal there.
So close. This close. Next year. There's always next year.
Travel to any of these playoff games a little tricky this week. Hutch's back.